Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to look at something called flash fill. F-L-A-S-H, new word, F-I-L-L. And I have to tell you, the first time I saw this, I was quite amazed. So look at the screen here. You can see we have three wizards from Lord of the Rings: Gandalf the Grey, Radagast the Brown, and Saruman the White. And what we want to do is separate out the words so it'll just say Gandalf, Radagast, and Saruman without their colors. So we go to B here and we type in Gandalf. And then we highlight the column B. We can go up here to the Data tab and then to this one in the Data Tools group. So Flash Fill. Click on there. You can see here there's also a shortcut, Control E. So we'll click on here. It has a little bit of thinking time and then it will put in exactly what you want. Now if you had a list of 20 or 30 people, that would be really useful. But let's just delete these ones and try this time. We're going to ask it to pick out the color, the last word. So type in gray and highlight that column. This time I'm going to do Control E. It's thinking and it puts in the colors. So what it's doing behind the scenes is it's looking for a pattern. So with the first one it said, okay, he's copied the first word, Gandalf, so I'm going to pick the first word of each one, Radagast and Saruman, to follow. The last one is saying I picked the last word, grey, so I'm going to pick the last one of the following ones, and I get brown and white. Sometimes it cannot do it from only one example. You have to give it the first two. So you would put in grey and brown, and then it would find the rest of the list. Now, how can we use this kind of thing? Well, I have a few examples here. So you have a list that says Mrs. Jennifer Thomas, Mr. Jack Jones, Miss Alison Black, and Dr. John Miles. You want their names without their titles. So you will put in here, let's do it by cut and paste, Control V, but then I'm going to delete Mrs. So I just get Jennifer Thomas and highlight the column, Control E, that's thinking, and it does it perfectly. So that's a situation you might have. You might have a situation, now let's go one row further over. Let's say that you want to write a letter to each of these people, but you don't want to say Dear Jennifer Thomas, you want to say Dear Jennifer and Dear Jack and Dear Alison and Dear John. So, and you're going to load the words from here into your mail out automatically using the computer. So here we have to type Jennifer. This is the example that we want it to follow. Highlight the row, Control E, and there you go. So now we can take the words in column Q and put them into our mail out automatically load, so it'll say Dear Jennifer, Dear Jack, and so on. So this is another situation you might find. We have the names here. We want to again remove the title, so I'm just going to type in here Joyce, the one for it to copy. We're using these as an example. Highlight the column and go to Flash Fill. And that didn't really work, did it? Because okay, so this is a good example. This is an example of how it sometimes doesn't work. And you need to put in a second one. So you can see what it's actually done here. In each case, it's taken the last word. Now, and that's fine when you've only got a two-part name. But for Nor Julie Polly, it doesn't work. So let's undo that one. And I'm going to put in deliberately here, I'm going to put in saw So SA. Okay, now let's go back here. We're going to put in Joyce again. But for this one, we're going to put in Ulipo. So now let's go to Data and Flash Fill. And it does it perfectly. So there are times when you will need to put in more than one, where it cannot tell the true pattern if you only put in one. But you can see this can be very helpful in a number of situations. So I'm sure you can think of ways to use it. That's all for today. See you again next time.